Happy DGDG Women's Day. We are so excited to have all of our fabulous ladies of DGDG with us today at Campo de Bocce. This is going to be a fun afternoon. We are going to start with a fireside chat with some of our fabulous ladies of DGDG. We're gonna have a raffle with some unbelievable gift baskets that you can win today. And then we're gonna have some bocce fun, and in between all of that, food and drinks and lots of connection. So I want all of you to enjoy yourselves today. This day is for you, and let's get this day going. Let's give it up for again.
All right, guys, my name is Tanya. If you don't know me, I will be moderating today's panel. So we're going to be diving into some real and relatable things today, from the beauty and chaos of work-life balance, the power of building authentic relationships, and how mentorship can be a game changer in our careers. So I hope this space feels warm and empowering and fun and full of connection, because it's the point of today. So we have a few key women to thank for organizing this event for us today that I'd love to give a shout out to. We got Andrea Scholes, some QR codes on your tables, and that Q&A is open as of right now. So these questions will be anonymous, and if you would like to direct a specific question toward one of our specific panelists, then by all means, just put their name in your question, and we'll go through those. So yeah, let's get going. All right, this panelist is a total powerhouse in the automotive world with 28 years of hands-on experience. She brings so much warmth and energy to her team and customers. She's that person who's always eager to help, with a friendly smile and a "we've got this" attitude. In a world where she has had to prove her knowledge just because she's a woman, she has never backed down. Her motto: "There's nothing I can't do, and complaining ain't gonna do you any good." And stopping her. Let's give it up for a true leader, a mentor, and a ray of sunshine in the service lane, Erlinda Delgado. Our next panelist is a beautiful work in progress. Always growing, always evolving, and deeply shaped by the people and places that color her life. As a devoted partner, a daughter of immigrants, and an older sister, she believes that change isn't just inevitable, it's powerful. Her love to travel inspires gratitude and humility, offering fresh perspectives that continue to shape her worldwide view. She emphasizes the importance of openness and meaningful connections, crediting them with much of her personal and professional development. Inspired by her fierce, no-nonsense Eastern European mother, who firmly believed that failure just wasn't an option, she brings unstoppable drive and quiet strength to every part of her journey. With over 20 years in the automotive industry, Elvira has faced and overcome many challenges, cultivating resilience, empathy, and lasting relationships along the way. I'm going to be using that energy going through this next panelist, guys. She is the definition of confidence and has a reputation for being a total badass.
Yeah, thank you.
She walks into every room knowing she's powerful, smart, and beautiful, and she owns it. She's not just a great teammate, she's a proud wife, an amazing mom, a sister of 10 boys.
Not all makes sense.
Yeah. Lane believes her success isn't just about hard work. It's about staying positive, being coachable, and knowing her worth. And if you ask anyone at DGDG, they'll tell you that Lane is unstoppable. She's living proof that confidence, kindness, and unapologetic ambition can and should go hand in hand. All right, guys, let's talk about our final panelist. She's a proud mom, a loving daughter, a loyal friend, and an all-around enthusiast for travel, food, and all things Disney. With a spirited outlook on life, she believes in seizing opportunities and living fully, echoing the sentiment that we have only one chance to make a life worth living. Her philosophy encourages us to embrace our opportunities fully and create a life defined by rich experiences, meaningful relationships, and the pursuit of a little bit of magic. Drawing on her 7 years of experience in her current role, she entered the workplace without any preconceived notions, transitioning from the retail sector to her current role. So she's here to talk about the real stuff, like what it's like to be the only woman in the room. She has just so much strength and beauty, and I know that we all just look up to you so much. Let's give it up for Andrea. So we only have one mic, so I'm just gonna get this conversation rolling, and I'm gonna open with our very first question, guys. How can we create a working environment where women can thrive and guests feel welcome? Who wants to start?
Go first. Hi everybody. We just need to be more supportive of each other and be a little bit more understanding of where each and every one of us come from. A lot of us are mothers, a lot of us are students, and a lot of us are bosses. So, I mean, to thrive in this industry, all we pretty much need from each other is nothing but support. And I strongly believe that. And if any one of you ever need help or any support from me, I am happy to be here with you and talk you through it.
For sure. If I can just add one thing, it's like as I look down this it's not a hallway, but right here, I see so many absolutely incredible women that show up for each other every day, show up for our counterparts, show up for our guests. And I want to continue to just encourage all of you guys that, you know, we have 175 women at DGDG, and lean on each other, lean into developing your skill set. You know, own every room that you walk into, but just know you're not alone, and there's just a whole bunch of not only women at DGDG that support you, but we have a lot of incredible allies in our male leaders that support all of us in our journeys here. So that's what I would say. You want to add something? Good, all right, good.
All right, so this next question I'd like to direct to you, Andrea. So we mentioned 175 women in DGDG, and it appears we have more women applying now more than ever, which is so cool. So how can we continue to attract and retain women in the industry?
So yes, we do see more women applying today, and that's evident by the number of new team members we have in this room today. And so I think it's really important that as women, we support each other. I think we have an unbelievable culture at DGDG. We have tons of fun. We're competitive. We like to win. It's such a great environment. And so that alone creates a space for anyone, women, men, whoever, to feel comfortable in our environment. But on top of that, supporting each other as women, and then our allies, right? Our male allies, they can do so much to also support us by giving us a voice in the room, supporting us in meetings, shining a spotlight on your female team members that work for you, and also be engaged in listening. Find out what your team really wants, what motivates them. What are, are they a mom, a single mom that is, trying to support a child, right? Are they going back to school? Find out what motivates your team and support them. Offer them flexibility, offer them work-life balance, and just be a mentor and a guide.
I would love to hear about how, from all of you guys, what can we do to have these formal, non-formal mentorships, ways that we can guide each other?
I'll start with this one. Just for me personally, I've always tried to surround myself with phenomenal women. I think of Lori Johnson, I think of Elvira, I think of Joanne, I think of Stephanie, I think of all these incredible female leaders that we have at DGDG. I've done this in past workplaces as well. I just like surround myself with people that I can look up to, that I can ask advice from. And so that in itself is a form of informal mentorship. When you have a support network that you can go to and run things by and share ideas and get feedback, I think that will help you grow as a person and also in your career.
Hello everybody. I just want to say shout out to DGDG for recognizing women. So as far as the question, how do I encourage women in the automotive industry, which is a man's world? I just want to say, hey, we deserve to do whatever you guys dream of. Dream big, work hard, and just be happy. Help people, be trustworthy, and just do everything the best you can every time.
Thank you, Erlinda. I do actually want to hear more about mentorship and retaining women, encouraging women to join the service side of things, right? We do have like several female service advisors. You guys rock. And we want to hear about that. Like, I know that you've talked about some challenges that you've faced in this role, so let's get into it.
All right, to encourage women, to empower women, to give them enthusiastic energy, I would say go for it. In this industry, we need perspective, your skills, your passion, your enthusiasm to help your team and to help customers. We are women and we're really not supposed to know mechanical work, but our knowledge and our presence, it just would lift everything up and you would do great.
I would just add, Erlinda, to what she said. We as women come with unique skills, unique abilities, a unique perspective, and you should use that to your advantage. It is okay not to be like everyone else in the room. It is okay to show up as your authentic self, and what you bring to work every single day is special, and use that with your guests, use that with your teammates. You deserve to be in the room, and you have to show up like that for yourself every single day.
Alrighty, my next question here is for Elvira. So you have emphasized that new female entrants into this field don't come in with a stigma or a stereotype, which is awesome, but often develop one over time. So what can we do to prevent that stigma from being built? How can we build on this?
Thank you. So I have a pretty unique perspective because I do get to welcome 120 to 140 new team members every single year to our team. And when you think about the automotive industry just in general, it's kind of, when it lacks a little bit of change, for lack of a better term. So when we think about the new team members that come on board, the reality is none of them actually have the stigma and the stereotypes that we may have experienced in the car business, or if you've been in the car business for 10 years plus, you kind of seen the evolution of it. It's really, really interesting. They come into the car business, and this, by the way, is not just women, it's women and even the younger generation, is they don't think that this is any different than a retail job or a sales career. So what happens is they are coming in with open hearts, open minds, a level of enthusiasm, and a way to want to level up their career and their lives. And I think what happens down the line is at times we do create some, subcultural areas within the business. And by the way, this is automotive industry just in general, where we have this notion of this brotopia, where if we can just be a little bit more aware around the language that we use, and really that tone gets set by the leaders in the store. So whether it's body language, whether it's what we're saying, how we're describing things. So I think that's one of the biggest things, is if we can break a little bit of that cycle and really lean on the leaders in the stores to set a precedence of what that experience in the store should look like, there will be no stereotypes in the future, right? There will be no stigma joining the car business. Matter of fact, if you look around this room, we have some incredibly successful women that have made through some of these speed bumps and continue to thrive and continue to be on a career path that is just unbelievable. So it's in our control, and it's the subculture in the stores.
Speaking of an incredible career path, so you started as a cashier, and you told me a really cool story that was like a turning point in your career that puts you right where you are now as a sales manager at Modesto, Audi Modesto. Sorry. Tell me about that.
I mean, my journey from being a cashier receptionist to now a sales manager has nothing but been an opportunity to learn and to grow. One of the key points in my career was when I was put into a position to be an internet director, where I was managing a team of 6 to 7 people in the internet department, and I was so nervous. I went into that position with absolutely no management experience, and I took it as an opportunity to grow. I worked on my leadership skills, I worked on my management skills, and I worked on communication to the point where I was volunteering to help out with responsibilities I know a lot of the managers didn't want to do, or I took it on myself to deal with a difficult customer or a difficult employee, and stepping out of my comfort zone definitely helped me with that. And I do want to say that leadership is not just about titles. It's about being that one person who's going to be there to support and inspire not just women, but everybody in the business.
And in all of your career paths here, actually, show of hands, who's ever faced imposter syndrome? I would love to hear about how you guys have overcome that, and maybe you're still dealing with it today. Like that's something we have to actively work on all the time.
Yeah. So one of the things that for me is maybe even advice that I would give is be so good that they can't ignore you. Be so good that they can't ignore you. And what I mean by that is not just be really, really good at your job, but become an expert in your field, whether it's service, technology, people, sales, whatever it is be so good that your knowledge is infectious. So every leader in the room looks towards you to get that information. So being good, be great. So that's the one thing that I would, make sure that you can't be ignored. And I think the other piece, and for me, this has been really true for the past year, is be comfortable being uncomfortable. The biggest growth that I have had in my automotive career is getting myself into rooms that I didn't think I belonged in and speaking up, having my voice heard when it mattered. So speak up in meetings, contribute your knowledge to the individuals or the situations that you're in, and be uncomfortable. I promise you, you will see an incredible growth, not only personally, but professionally as well. So that's all I got.
Well said.
Love that. It is really easy to surrender to imposter syndrome. It's easy to walk into a room and go, do I belong here? Am I good enough? Should I be in this space? And heck yes, you belong in that space. I would say that, I've struggled in the past with, being the only one in the room, or walking into a meeting and you can just feel that, hey, like, I'm the only one that looks like me, but that's okay. I think that is such a powerful place to be, and I think that using your perspective, leveraging your perspective to your advantage, walking into a room and using the fact that you are different and that you have specialness about you to your advantage is how you can overcome that. And you're gonna deal with it from time to time. There are gonna be days where you are in a space and you're doubting yourself. And when that doubt starts to creep in, you tell that doubt to leave, to go away. It does not belong here. You deserve to be where you are because of who you are and what you know.
So a lot of this imposter syndrome or doubt might be coming from, like you're mentioning, that we're different. We're walking in as a woman to a room full of dudes, and I know that all of you have experienced being the only woman in that room, and I'd love to start with Erlinda's perspective on the service side of what it's like to be in that position, and maybe offer some advice for others that might be in a similar situation.
I just want to say, be confidently strong, and don't be shy. You belong where you're at. Service, I mean, I've been in the service industry for, I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to show my age.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. But I just want to say, to be great at what you do, no matter what you do, just show up, work hard, learn the craft, and just know that you belong where you're at. Be confident, because you are good, you're skilled. I don't know what, maybe just sorry. But I just wanted to say that you guys you belong where you're at. You're not there for, no reason. It means you're gonna grow and you're gonna be good at what you do.
Yes, being the only woman in the room. I think, kind of like I said before, you have to be an advocate for yourself and use yourself, who you are, to your advantage. I don't worry about it so much anymore because I feel like I've earned the right to be in those rooms, and so it helps when you have unbelievably supportive teammates and leaders, and I cannot thank everyone on leadership enough. All of our general managers, just everyone is actually incredibly supportive, and that makes it just so much easier when you can be yourself in that space, because the people around you allow you to be that way and let you be that way, and that makes it just, makes it easier.
Anything to add?
I mean, I have a lot of experience with being the only girl in the room. I've had it growing up and obviously in my career. So you know what I do to be confident? I wear the highest heels and I walk in there with my head held high.
All right, Elvira. Oh gosh. We want to talk about what we learned from the Women's Buying Network.
Okay.
I know that was a really great learning experience. Maybe give our audience a brief insight into what that program was.
Sure. Lovely.
Ready.
Lovely. So for many of you that were not with us before 2018, we as an organization had this brilliant idea to really think about what a female's experience or a woman's experience in the automotive space is. What is it like to buy a car in a dealership? And even till this day, when I walk into any car dealership, I have anxiety, and I've done this for 20 years of my life. I know the ins and outs of the business, and I still walk in a little nervous. So imagine somebody that doesn't do that on the daily basis. So we wanted to create a space, or this VIP door, where women would be able to connect with other women in the automotive space to help them kind of conduct the transaction and buy a car. And it was a great idea, but I think one of the biggest takeaways from that project is that the experience that we wanted to create for the women should have been created for everybody. Right? So both men and women should provide a world-class guest experience and a safe environment for anybody to buy a car. So when we first launched it, we had a lot of kind of, product specialists, male product specialists that were like, hey, I want to be certified to be in this program. I was like, that's kind of not the idea, but that's kind of how we went about it. And what we've learned is that because they wanted to level up, we shifted our focus from creating this siloed kind of VIP door and started educating our team members around what do women want out of a transaction? What do they want out of that relationship? What are their experiences like? What are their buying habits? What are they thinking? So we started to really focus on the development of our entire team as a collective to provide this world-class experience across the board. So a lot of lessons learned. I think that, it's great when you have this special VIP door you can walk in through, but why not provide that for every man, every woman, by every man, by every woman when it comes to the car business?
I think there's something really important there in what you said, that no matter who you are, you deserve to be treated well and with respect. And like the old adage, right? Like, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Like, everybody, no matter who they are, no matter what gender, they deserve to be treated unbelievably, right? With great care and great guest experience. And the same goes for our team members working here. Everyone deserves to have the most amazing experience being a team member at DGDG, no matter who they are. And so I would just encourage everyone, no matter who you are, to treat your fellow teammates the same way. Female to female, treat your female coworkers the same way. We need male allies, yes, but we also need to support each other better as women. And I think there's always room to grow in that area. Sometimes it can be challenging, there's different personalities, but like, we are all in this together, and we are all a part of this wonderful ecosystem we have at DGDG that is an environment where everyone gets to thrive and everyone gets to have fun and everyone gets to be competitive and win, and just, you should thrive in that and be supportive of each other.
Very well said. And I love your mention of being competitive, and I just want to add really quickly, I think that not competitive against each other, but with each other. We're taking everybody up with us at DGDG. Yeah. Love it. Okay. I also really want to delve into some work-life balance, which is in a way kind of like the lack thereof.
What is that?
What is it? Like, does anybody know what it is? And we have 3 moms up here that, like, hello, let's talk about work-life balance.
Balancing work and being a mom, it's always going to be a challenge no matter what. What worked for me was being able to find that flexibility and voice that flexibility that I needed both at home and at work. So my advice for women in my position or who are having a hard time trying to balance work and being a mom is embrace it. You're never going to find that perfect balance between the two, but because most times you're going to be more focused on work, or other times you're going to be more focused with family, and that's okay. That's what makes us strong and badass women. So what I want to make sure everyone understands is there's always room for you to ask for help if needed, and if you need to, voice your needs to your team, and this will help build an environment where you can not only thrive at work, but also at home.
I don't know what work-life balance is. I have no balance, if you know me.
It's just work?
It's just work, or it's just life. It's just all life, actually. I think that Leigh, you said it right. You're never going to find a perfect balance, but you need to be present no matter where you are balancing your time. If you're with your kids, be present. If you're at work, be present. You only have so much time in a day, only so much time in a week and a year, and my gosh, we're like already through quarter 1. This is crazy, right? But you need to first and foremost be okay for yourself, right? Like self-care is super important. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're voicing your needs. It's very helpful if you have a great support network around you, whether that's at home or at work. But when you have support and people understand, hey, like this day, my kid has soccer. I need to leave a little early. Hey, I'm gonna, I'll stay late this other day, or however that looks, you have to share that and be vocal about what your needs are. I mean, I was at SFO at 4 o'clock this morning, dropping my son at the airport. Like, I got 2 hours of sleep, but like that's life of being a woman, of being a mom, of carrying the burden, of just life on your shoulders. And I mean, we were made to do that, and we are really good at it, I will say. But it's never going to be perfect, and so don't beat yourself up about that. Just try and find what works for you, and I would encourage you to be present.
Good job. Being on the sales side for 20 years, as working weekends and holidays, and it was tricky and it was tough a lot of the times. But one of the things that I think about was when you're thinking about balance, you're thinking 50-50, right? Like that's just in our minds, balance is 50-50. First of all, life is not 50-50. So I'm going to challenge you to think about it as, what's the proper work-life harmony? When you start to think about harmony, think about like the best day you've had at work, whether you sold a whole bunch of cars or you closed a whole bunch of ROs, or you just had a really, really powerful day. Is that energy is going to then filter down into your personal life and give you a little bit more energy to have that harmony with your family. So, my partnership is not 50-50. There's days where I can only give 30 and the other half gets to give 70, but it's being aware of where you're at and trying to minimize burnout as much as possible. And I'll just add, like, I love what Dre said, which is like, wherever you are at, just try to be as present as you can. And the more efficiencies you have in life and the better process you have in life is just you get more time back. And then you can divide that and have this really, really, really great harmony in life.
So I would like to hear from each of our panelists about what you're really looking forward to in automotive. Like, we want to know about like the technology that you're excited about, career paths. Just we have come so far in automotive and with accepting women. Let's talk about it.
Well, technology and cars are always going to change. What I want to see more of and what I'm extremely proud of is seeing more women in leadership roles. I hope to see that this year and moving forward with DGDG. So, that's what I'm looking forward to. Thank you.
I agree. I'd love to see first just us continue to bring fabulous women to DGDG, to continue to share the career paths that are available, the opportunities that we have, the wonderful training platforms that we have. And I would say, if you are a woman or a man in a position of leadership, don't forget to reach back behind you, right? To pull the other women up with you. This is a group effort, and I think I'm just excited to see, DGDG grow, and that in itself lends more opportunities to everyone, including everyone in this room. And so that's what makes me really excited, is the opportunities that lie ahead for everybody.
Yeah, I love that. I think for me, one of the biggest things, but by the way, like right now, the being in the car business is like the sexiest time to be in the car business, all right? So growing up through kind of the different phases of the automotive spaces, there's also a very, very large acceleration of change and different ideas and different perspectives. So just looking forward at women, not only in the automotive space, but even go up to the OEM and just the auto tech space, is you have a lot more women stepping into roles of innovation, making decisions around the product and the process. So just seeing the business continue to evolve at a faster rate than it has ever before, so that we can see some of those women at those tables that are making really decisions about the cars that we drive, the things that we do. So I'm hopeful and I'm excited, and I look forward to supporting and pulling all the women up with us. Yep.
Awesome. I just want to encourage all women in the industry, or whoever is going to come in the industry, whatever challenges you face, you can overcome it. I mean, we're badass.
Yes.
All right, Tatiana, do you have some questions? All right, guys, our first question. For women who are just starting out with little experience, what are the best ways to gain credibility, build confidence, and grow into leadership roles?
Great question, whoever asked that question. I think if you are new to any career, any job, any vertical, any industry, it's putting yourself in a position, like I mentioned, is like make sure you're so good at what you do that they can't ignore you. So a part of that really is learning your craft at a level that is better and you become an expert. What ends up happening is then the leaders look to you for that knowledge and they trust that information. So continue to learn. And then the other piece is develop relationships with people that have impact on the business, the decision makers. You want to build allies and mentors within the group because you want to have advocates in rooms that you're not in. And you can only do that once you start to forge some real authentic connections within the people around you. So when I say like, you don't have to know everything to give your input and speak up in meetings, one of the things that I've struggled with, put yourself in that position, because when your voice is being heard and your insights are being recognized, your career is going to be absolutely unstoppable.
We have another open-ended question. So what are some personal struggles that any of you guys have faced in this industry, and how did you overcome them?
I had to figure out how to train myself, not train myself to do the job I was hired to do, but train myself to advocate for myself, train myself to be proud of my accomplishments and the success, even at times when I felt like it was being downplayed. So I constantly train myself to advocate for myself. I would say that's the best I got.
Yeah, I think, Leigh, you bring up a good point, which is sometimes the struggle is within ourselves. It's not within the industry or within the environment that we're in, but it's our own struggle and our battle with ourselves and you know, not feeling confident or not feeling like you belong or not feeling that you bring value. And you just have to train yourself and work really hard at overcoming that and showing up in a way where when you walk into the room, like you feel good, you feel confident, like, look, I am here. I am like going to wow you in unbelievable ways. And so you just have to work really hard within yourself to show up that way.
I just want to say my challenges was being a female in the men's world. We have customers, clients coming in saying, I don't think you know what you're talking about cars. And you have to prove, you have to win their trust. You have to, on the backside, learn about cars, learn about parts, learn how mechanics work. And so you can explain and let them understand the type of job. Why is a water pump important in a car? Just explain certain things, and then that way they understand, they'll trust you, and they'll buy from you.
I think for women on the sales side, and I'll speak on that side, is you feel like you have to harden to be in the car business. You have to grow this thick skin, and you know your vulnerability and your emotions, like that has to be tossed out in this environment. And one of the biggest things that I've learned is if you trust the right people and you align yourselves with the right mentors and you trust that they will support you, you don't have to be hard to be in this business. I'll tell you guys that. You don't have to be hard. You have to be authentic and yourself and continue to develop your skills, but allow other people to come in and help you along the journey.
I really like this one. How do you stop caring what others think of you?
A what? You turn 40. Did everyone miss that? The question was, how do you stop caring what other people feel. Yes, in 2 weeks I turned 40.
You're not 40, you're 31.
No, but let me tell you, it comes with age, you guys. I am getting there. The older you get, the less you care about how people feel about you. I promise you. Like when you're 20, you're like so worried about, oh my gosh, like do they like me? Like, do I fit in? Like, am I cool here? When you get older, you don't care anymore. You know why? Because you know who you are.
Well, I just turned 40 and
You do not feel that way?
I do not feel that way at all. But thank you for that. How do you not care? I think you always care. If you care and you're a human and you go through the motions. So I think for me is I'm delusional about how good I am to myself. Like it's a delusion. Like I actually think I'm better than I probably am. But that allows me and helps me a lot through some of the the confidence issues that you have. So. Yeah, just be proud of yourself. Be proud of the work that you put in, and be proud of being a mom, a partner, a daughter, a service advisor, service manager, finance director. Like, y'all got this. So that's kind of where I'm at. Be delusional about your success. Or you're 40, whatever you want.
I forgot when I was 40, but right. But anyway, just like I'm gonna ditto them. Just be confident on anything you guys do, because you are going to be great, no doubt.
Yeah. Good job. All right. In all seriousness, just believe in yourself. Like, you have to have ultimate belief in yourself and who you are as a person, and know that you matter and that you have 174 females in this room that care about you, and you have all the rest of the guys at DGDG that care about you immensely and want to see you succeed. And that, I think like everyone said up here, like you got this and we got you.
Period. Well, I'm not 40 yet, but again, I grew up with 10 brothers. I was bullied, so anything that somebody tries to throw at me, I've already heard it all, so it really doesn't bother me at all. Thank you.
So get older, maybe find a really good support system, and occasionally get bullied. Or turn 40. Turn 40. Easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, can we please just make some noise one more time for our lovely panelists? These are all incredible women that if you guys need to reach out to, we're all here for you. And I know everybody here in this room is all open to supporting each other, but I'm just so happy. This is so cool.
This is awesome.
You guys give it your time now. Give it a
I'm going to take us home. It'll be great. I mean, how amazing were they? I mean, that was absolutely I don't think you guys actually really thought about this today, because I was actually sitting here and we have all of these amazing women. And then I was like, oh, who is running the stores? The men are not capable of being by themselves. So some of you, when you get back to your jobs on Monday, the stores may not be there. They're actually probably on fire. But what a special day. This is what DGDG is all about. We have an incredible group of women that are all leaders at DGDG that make an impact. This is for all of you that have been here for a long time. What Sean and Kevin, the Del Grande family, this is what they thrive on, a safe environment where you feel safe but stretched, a place where you have opportunity, and a place where you can have family and community. And to see 175 women here just absolutely thriving, not only just winning at life and at DGDG, but leading us to the future is absolutely incredible. I would just double down. One of the things that we really want to continue to have is work-life balance at DGDG. And this is a lot harder to do. It's easier said than done because we are a very retail business. We close 2 days a year. Some of you are here early in the morning, some of you are here late at night, some of you have certain specific items when we're closing financials or any of those. But for us, as the leadership team at DGDG and all of you here, it is really critical you find what is best for you to have the work-life balance, and we want to support that because that is how we're going to have longevity, how you're going to be able to take care of each other, and how we can continue to build and grow together. So I want to end with really just an unbelievable thank you for everything you do. Thank you for taking care of each other. Thank you for being absolutely amazing. And there's going to be more and more National DGDG Badass Women's Day.
Yeah.